It's Thanksgiving season. I'm having coffee in the garden. Let's check out the vegetables. Back in September, we started our fall vegetables in trays. I went on Hoss Tools and I ordered a couple of seeds. We ordered, what you're seeing here is green magic broccoli. And these heads are starting to get to where they're ready to pick. Look at the size of these heads. That's nice. We had a little bit of rain last night. Looks real good. This whole bed is green magic. And I think this is a brand that I'm going to go with from here on out, because it is really performing well for us here. Now, around the perimeter of our garden, we have Marathon, which matures a little bit later. So those heads aren't quite as far along. Let's look and see how those heads are doing.
Saved myself.
So as you can see on the Marathon, they are just now starting to form some heads. So we got another maybe 2 weeks before these heads are ready. But these plants are equally as good looking as the green magic. And I'm completely happy with both varieties. It staggers our harvest so that we don't have to harvest and process all of our broccoli at one time. We can have some fresh broccoli all along. Green magic comes in 2 weeks before our Marathon broccoli. Now, over here, we have stonehead cabbage, and stonehead cabbage is just now starting to put on. We got down to 29 degrees the other night, and so we've lost our tomatoes, but all of our vegetables should be sweetening up from the heavy frost that we had. You see a little bit of frost has touched that broccoli head there, but those broccoli heads are really starting to look good. Now over here we have Ruby Perfection, and those are just starting to head up. Those are our red, purple cabbage types. Look at there, at that Marathon, how good that head's looking. Beautiful looking plants. I'm extremely happy with both. This one too. Those heads are looking really good. Ruby Perfection. Now over here are our rutabagas. I got them in here kind of thick. I need to go in here and thin them out some so that we can get rutabaga roots on them. Let's see, got rutabagas. Come on in here a little bit closer. I'll show you there's a little bit of a rutabaga bulb starting to form on that one. So these are ready for another round of fertilizer and thinning. We went on vacation to Myrtle Beach 2 weeks ago, and when we come back, bugs have gotten into our mustard and turnip greens over here. And so I got holes that were starting to get on my greens. They were beautiful before we left, but then when we come back, they were covered in bugs, so I had to give them a little dusting of garden dust. We planted fall harvesting tomatoes. We have Amelia, and we have Bella Rosa are the two varieties that I've got planted here. And we picked a 5-gallon bucket of tomatoes, perfect tomatoes. We started these transplants in July, put them in the ground, and they were getting ready and coming off right as we had our first hard frost. And I'm very happy with our fall tomatoes. They turned out actually a lot better than our summertime tomatoes. Back during the summer, we had so much rain that blight set in, tomatoes cracked, pest pressures, worms getting in on our tomatoes. It was just it was a big problem this year for tomatoes, and we didn't have the harvest we wanted to. So we went back and put in a later crop. And I think this is something I'm going to do from now on, is put in a later crop of tomatoes. And as you can see, these things were absolutely loaded. And I left the smaller green tomatoes. I came in and I picked the ones that were bigger and just starting to turn. So our refrigerator is loaded up with tomatoes that are ready for processing. Now over here, we have twister cauliflower. And much like our marathon, it's not quite ready just yet. The leaves are starting to cluster up, so they're getting ready to start forming that nice big white cauliflower head. But I'm not seeing any in there yet. Those leaves are still pretty tight. Right here in the middle, we had some bok choy that reseeded itself from last year, and we got some in the raised bed also. My bok choy is looking beautiful, and it's actually a better looking bok choy than whenever I had planted it. In our bed over here, our radishes. We got white icicle radishes. Those are ready to be done something with. I think I might ferment a few of these. And I've never had fermented radishes before, but people say they're really good, so I think I'm gonna give that a try. We got a row of beets in here. This is our carrots. Our carrots should be getting ready around May, but we grow them through the winter. And then we have some black-seeded Simpson lettuce over there. Our lettuce didn't come up as thick as I'd liked, but that's enough lettuce for Michelle to make a few salads, put on some hamburgers and stuff like that. But we really need to plant more lettuce, and I'm probably going to end up putting more stuff in the ground today. This is a cassava, and I felt down in there and I got a nice big cassava root. So that cassava root is ready for harvest. The frost got all this tender growth up here, but you can come in and cut this and make cuttings and then put these in the ground and root these through the summer. You can bury them in some straw, keep them through the winter, and put these back out. And now that we have the 1 acre out in the back, I'm going to put some cassava out there and grow some cassava through the summer in ground and see how it does here. I planted some spinach in here. Spinach didn't turn out, but the bok choy did. Bok choy again, looking great, reseeded itself. All right, guys, that's going to do it for this little garden tour. And the next day or two, we're going to come through and we're going to harvest this broccoli. We're going to cut it into florets, blanch it, flash freeze it, and put it in Ziploc bags so that we can pour it out and cook it as we need it. Hope you enjoyed this tour. Don't forget to hit the like button, the subscribe button if this is your first time joining us. And remember, keep growing, keep building, and always keep adventuring. And together, we're Flumpton Famous. We'll see you next time.